Hi Countryside, it's Joe Smith, your General Manager, and I'm here with Scott Ortiz, our Director of Food and Beverage.
Thank you, Joe.
Today's Monday, November 20th.
Yeah.
And we've got some brief updates for you this week.
Yeah, not too crazy.
First and foremost, happy Thanksgiving week to everybody.
Yes, yeah, we're here already.
It's crazy how fast time flies.
No doubt about it.
The end of the year will be here before we know it. So, lots going on in food and beverage. I mean, normal operations, I suppose, but lots of good support over the last few weeks.
Definitely.
But before we get into that, we started some demolition this week.
Yeah, it's going on. It's going on, Joe.
So
A lot of noise.
they started on Monday the 13th.
Yes.
So last week, and they really went to town with the Golf View building and the pool deck, and demolishing that area. And it's encouraging. It's exciting to see all that work happen.
Great to see the beginnings.
Yeah,
definitely.
and at the same time, it's you're like, wow, there's 30 years of memories in that building. So,
Very true.
but kudos to the 2.0 committee and everyone involved in getting us started and getting some activity. So, more updates on the construction to follow as we get more into it.
Excellent. Sounds great.
But Scott, let's talk about food and beverage.
Sounds good.
I feel like we're repeating ourselves a lot, but again,
it's
this operation is so different than what everyone is used to. We want to make sure that, especially as we get into the busy season, January and whatnot, everyone really is on the same page.
Definitely.
And we're covering all the
still get
basics.
questions, and it's good just to get it out there.
Yeah,
and we're still getting
absolutely.
questions as to what we're doing right now and what days and what nights and hours and everything like that. So it's still important for us to get out and just make sure that we're letting people know, I think. So food and beverage operations, Joe, we're 7 days a week for lunch.
Okay.
11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for lunch. We're keeping the dining room open really an extra hour until 4 o'clock for anybody that wants to have a drink, cocktail, beer. Just come down and hang out come in for lunch and hang out a little bit longer if you'd like. And then we're doing dinner Wednesday and Friday nights, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We started those a couple weeks ago now, and they have been, it's been a really nice start to them.
Yeah.
They haven't been crazy, not overwhelming, but it's been a great opportunity for the kitchen to work out any kinks that we needed to as we transition from lunch to dinner service. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't really get a chance to see. So being able to turn over that small space that we have in the trailer is pretty
I don't know how you guys are doing it,
Yeah.
but it continues to impress me.
Chef Jay and his team are doing an awesome job of getting things ready, not only every day for lunch, but then that transition to the dinner services.
Yeah. And I think, the way you all have rolled out this schedule, I think it's really been good to allow, Jay and his team and our servers to really, slowly work into this operation.
Yes,
and,
exactly.
kind of figure some things out as we go.
Definitely.
I continue to get a lot of good feedback.
Yeah,
so
no doubt about it.
Great.
We hear a lot of good things. This past week, dinner service on Wednesday night, a lot of rain this past week, Joe, which
a lot of rain.
Was new and exciting and
different.
Caused
for
an
this
issue,
time of year.
Caused some issues on that past Saturday night for the concert, but that happens. And even dinner service on this past Wednesday night was fun with the rain and the wind, and we got through it, with really no issues. So it was good to kind of get that out of the way, and hopefully don't have to deal with it too much going forward. But so that was fun. One of the things that we did want to kind of just reiterate again is the importance of reservations.
Reservations,
for dinner service. You don't need reservations for lunch. Come on down for lunch. A lot of people are coming after golf, of course, so everything's pretty much wide open. But if you're coming in and you're not playing golf that day, you're just coming in, you don't need a reservation. Just come on down. Obviously space is tighter inside, but we've got the full tent outside as well. So we've got space availability. Dinner service, really just important for us to get those reservations made. They're available online on the website. If you want to call the phone number, we have the phone available in the dining room right now as well, so you can call and make a reservation, but really hoping that people make those reservations online.
So I was going to ask, we're not always able to answer that phone.
Exactly.
So, if someone leaves a voicemail for reservation, I know we discourage that, but is it...
Obviously, I mean, if you're not getting through on the phone, the reservation line, the takeout line that we have for food and beverage, it's because we're either helping out at tables or we might be closed already for that particular day. Give myself or Andy's line a call.
Okay.
Leave us a voicemail. We'll get back in touch with you if for some reason you're having issues getting online and making that reservation on the website.
But the fact of the matter is the best way to make a reservation is through our website, online. You can do that any time of the day, any time of the night.
Exactly.
And that's really where that's where we manage all the reservations.
Exactly.
So you can't go wrong with using the online.
Even when people call to make the reservations, they call us, we're putting it online after that.
Right,
so if you have questions about that, if you're having a hard time kind of navigating through that system, just let us know and we can help you out with that as well. So, but those are real important. It just gives the kitchen the best idea for what we're going into for those dinner services.
It's crucial.
Just again,
it's crucial.
I think we said it last week when we were hanging out in the cooler. Space is very limited, so our prep space, our holding space, all real limited right now. So it's just best to let us know, that way we know what we're getting into for those services. The other thing we wanted to talk about was to-go food.
Yes.
We can do to-go food. Lunch, we've seen a decent amount of people call for takeout. We can do that. It's also available for dinners. We've had a few people that have asked over the last few days whether or not they can call and make a to-go order for dinner service. Definitely can. Ideally, if you know that you want to do that, if you give us a call earlier in the day, again, the better, because it almost acts like a reservation for us, because it's, if it's 2 items or 4 items, it acts as 2 or 4 items less that we have going into that dinner service. So the earlier that you know, the better. But we're definitely offering to-go service as well. So if
and I've seen quite a few residents take advantage of that.
Sure,
and we appreciate the support. Whether you're coming here to dine in during this, or you want to pick up food and take it home, we appreciate the support. Especially going into this year, as a reminder, there's no food minimum. And we did that for a number of reasons. Primarily, we don't have a full service operation. But that doesn't mean we don't want the support. We really, really want people to come here, have fun with it.
No doubt about it.
You guys, continue to do a great job. So, the takeout service, we're going to offer that.
No doubt. And
support it.
Something that we can still do that we haven't necessarily really thrown out there a whole bunch is delivery. If you're having a hard time getting down to the club, and you'd rather have us bring it out to you, we can do that. As long as we set up a time. And we get your order in, then we know that's a delivery for that evening or that afternoon. Just let us know. We can get that information out there a little bit more, but it is still an amenity that we like to offer. So
awesome. Great. So let's talk about December. A little forward thinking here, but I've had some people ask about the next parking lot party. First one was a success.
Yeah, definitely.
So we have another one. We mentioned this last week, but let's talk about it again.
December 7th.
Okay.
On the calendar, December 7th, we have our next parking lot party. Going to be here out in front of the Wellness Center.
We do want RSVPs for that?
Again,
primarily for the
biggest thing is just to let our vendors know, our food truck partners know how many people to expect, so they know how much food to prep, and just have a general idea of what they're going to be looking at for that evening. But we're looking at December 7th, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We'll have 3 food trucks on hand again. We'll be out here in front of the Wellness Center. We have seating inside if somebody wants to eat beforehand and then come out. We'll have entertainment. Shelly and Kelly are going to be playing that night, which is another club favorite. The 3 food trucks, we have Mambo Cuban Cuisine, we got Island Vibes Grill, which is going to be doing a little bit of everything, and then we've got a barbecue. Smoke and Crow's barbecue truck, which is always really popular.
Great.
So we're excited. We're looking forward to that one, and then kind of moving on to what we can do through the remainder of the months coming up. We're looking at getting those booked up, and just getting some food truck partners in for those as well. So updates to follow with this.
We've continued to say, we're kind of going month to month through these temporary facilities, and we'll continue that way, because every time we do an event, or every month that goes by, we learn a little bit more and get a little bit more comfortable with what we're able to do. So, more to follow as we get into the first of the year, and these updates will continue weekly. You'll probably hear us talk about some of the same things over and over, but it's meant to serve as a reminder and just keep everybody informed and updated of what's going on. The one thing one reminder I want to throw out there is, especially as we get into the first of the year, is again just to pay attention to the signage around property. You know, we will be into some challenges with parking and traffic flow and whatnot. After January, there's going to be a substantial amount of additional work occurring in the construction site. So, you know, paying attention to the parking areas, the directional signages, the bag drop, it's just really going to be key. And again, as we get close to that time, we'll do more reminders on that. But you know, parking hasn't really been an issue yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Do expect that to change after the first of the year when our activity increases.
Sure,
so,
of course.
you know, more to follow there. But
excellent.
Otherwise, things are pretty status quo right now. You know, continue to come down and support us.
Definitely.
This week, as a reminder, we are open Thanksgiving Day for food service, but just from the lunch menu.
Yes. Yeah.
And again, you know, we wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. We are thankful for you. We're thankful for your support. Thankful to you guys and all the hard work you're putting in here.
Thankful for you, Joe.
Hey, lots of thanks going around
so
here.
So much thanks.
Anything else, Scott? Or we cover it all?
I think we're good right
Great.
now, Joe. Yeah,
well,
see you next week.
We'll see you next week for sure. As always, you have any questions, comments, send them our way. We appreciate the support, and we'll see you around the club real soon.
Thank you, Joe.